Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa usalli wa sallim ala nabina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Daniel Shapiro, Benjamin Haqiqatjou, the Rāfiḍah and the weapon of Taqiyyah, Dissimulation for concealing beliefs and advancing agendas, posted by Abu Iyad. For the purpose of this article, Daniel Aaron Shapiro and Benjamin Reza Haqiqatjou are two entirely fictional characters, and they are non-identical twins, brethren. One of them pretends to be with Christian conservatives, penetrating and championing certain talking points, defending traditional values and opposing leftivism, liberalism, and wokeism. He actually encouraged them to become more Christian and to go to church. However, his overall true and real intention is to acquire the trust of and direct large numbers of Christian population through these talking points into pro-Zionist stance in order to advance the interest of the Jewish Zionist state by creating a large American support base in terms of wealth and voting power. When it comes to the crunch, however, he will quickly abandon his America first rhetoric in front of conservative Christian audiences of not sending Americans into foreign wars and not wasting the scarce money overseas and so on, and very quickly show his true colors, which is to demand that Americans fund and also fight and die for the advancement of the Zionist project. So that's one of the twins. Aywa. The other twin pretends to be with Sunni Muslims. He penetrates and champions conservative talking points, defending traditional values and opposing leftism, liberalism, and wokeism, through which he acquires a large audience of diverse sectarian backgrounds. Since rejection of these affairs is natural to uncorrupted fitra and intact morals, however, his overall true and real intention is to gain the trust of and direct large number of Sunni Muslims into confusion at minimum regarding the Rāfiḍah and acceptance at the best of the Rāfiḍah, while shielding them with the wider goal of defending and or supporting and advancing the geopolitical goals and agendas of the political and religious leaders of Iran, who are Rāfiḍah idol worshippers upon the religion concocted by Abdullah ibn Saba and followed by Khomeini and Khomeini. To this end, he promotes the seeds of Takfiri Kharijism in Sunni Muslim lands, makes blanket takfir of Sunni Muslim rulers and of Salafi scholars, denigrates Sunni Muslim populations and promotes hatred toward them, and all on grounds of geopolitics, not creed, while at the same time warning the people not to make hasty takfir of the Rāfiḍah. 12 of us, bending over backwards with the superflying acrobatics to shield them, and concealing or downplaying the savage butchery of Sunni Muslims in Iran, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, and elsewhere. Both of these twins used the issue of Palestine to galvanize support for the geopolitical agendas of their own people. Of course, both the twins are masters in the art of dissimulation, Taqiyyah, and this is what we want to explore further in this article. The brethren, Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah said, فإن نفاق كثير ظاهر في الرافضة إخوان اليهود ولا يوجد في الطوائف الأكثر واضح نفاقا منهم حتى يوجد فيهم نصرانية والإسماعيلية وأمثال ممن هو من أعظم الطوائف نفاقا وزنديقا وعداوة لله ولرسوله. Hypocrisy is abundant and apparent among the Rāfiḍah, the brethren of the Jews, and there is not to be found among the factions any that are more abundant and more apparent in hypocrisy than them. They are even found among them the Nusairites and the Ismailis and their likes, who are the greatest of all factions in hypocrisy, heresy, and enemy to Allah and to His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, ولا ريب أن الرافضة فيهم شبهة قوي من اليهود فإنهم قوم بهت يريدون أن يطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم ويعبى الله إلا من تم نوره ولو كره الكافرون. It's not that the Rāfiḍah have a strong resemblance to the Jews. They are an untruthful people given to lies and slanders. They desire to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah refuses to accept complete His light, even if the recipients hate it. Ibn al-Qayyim said, وكاهل اليهود وإخوانهم من الرافضة فإنهم بيت المكر والاهتيال ولهذا ضربت على طائفتين الدلة وهذه سنة الله تعالى في كل مكر مخادئ مهتل بالباطل, and such as the schemes of the Jews and the brethren among the Rāfiḍah, so they are an abode of plotting and scheming, and for this reason humiliation was imposed upon both factions, and this is the sunnah of Allah, the exalted in relation to every schemer, deceiver, and swindler through falsehood. Taqiyyah as a major foundation of religion with the theology. Taqiyyah, dissimulation, is one of the greatest foundations of the theology religion, and it is required in the innovator religion because Most Muslims know the repugnance of their beliefs regarding the Quran. The companions, the wives of the Prophet, they are considering Ali to be Allah himself or the actual and true Prophet ﷺ. And attribution of Rububiyyah and Uluhiyyah to the Imams, the Taqiyyah becomes a means of protection for them and a cover for them to spread their poison to Sunni Muslims. The Taqiyyah of the Rāfiḍah resembles the Taqiyyah that the Talmud enjoins or permitted with respect to the Goyim. One of the Shia authority known as the Shaykh al-Mufid writes in Tashih I'tiqad al-Imamiyya, providing a standard definition. التقية كتمان الحق وستر الاعتقاد فيه ومكاتمه مخالفين وترك مظاهرتهم بما يعقب ضرر في الدين أو الدنيا. التقية is to consider truth and to conceal one's belief therein, and to conceal it from the opposers al-Sunnah, and to abandon displaying to them what will lead to harm in the region or the world. Another of their scholars, Ibn Babuya, says, our belief regarding Taqiyyah is that it is obligatory. Whoever abandoned it, it is at the level of the one who abandoned the prayer. And in words, they fabricated the flies against Jafar bin Muhammad al-Siddiq, died 140 Hijriya. If I say that the one who abandons Taqiyyah is like the one who abandons prayer, I will be truthful. They even fabricated this above statement. The one who abandons Taqiyyah is like the one who abandons prayer, as I did and ascribed it to the Messenger ﷺ, as he saying in Usul al-Kafi. They also ascribed to Jafar bin Muhammad that he said, very 9/10 of the religion lies in Taqiyyah, and there is no religion for the one who has no Taqiyyah. Allahumma musta'an. Further, abandoning Taqiyyah is a sin that is unforgivable, like shirk. Associationism, as the scholars say, and Allah forgives the believer for every sin appearing in the world and hereafter, besides the two sins, abandoning Taqiyyah and neglecting the right of one's brothers. And in Surah Al-Kafi, I think Surah Al-Kafi is for the Khomeini. Taqiyyah is considered the essence of religion. Indeed, you are upon a religion which, if you conceal it, Allah will strengthen, and if you divulge it, Allah will humiliate it. And also, Allah refused for us and you in His religion except Taqiyyah. Allahu Musta'an. Taqiyyah is also continuation, collective practice as stated by Ibn Babuya. Taqiyyah is obligatory. It is not permissible to revoke it until Al-Qaim, the awaited leader, appears. Whoever abandoned it before his emergence has left the religion of Allah, the Exalted, and the religion of the Imamiyya, and has opposed Allah, His Messenger, and the Imams. Likewise, the Rāfiḍah Shiites fabricated lies against Ali bin Musa al-Ridda, died 140 and from what they read, Ali bin Musa al-Ridda said, very the most pure of you with Allah is the most knowledgeable of you of Taqiyyah. It was then said to him, O son of Allah's Messenger, until when? And he replied, until the known hour, which is the day of the appearance of our leader. So whoever abandoned Taqiyyah before the appearance of our leader, then he is not of us. The Rāfiḍah Shia also consider the land of Islam as Darul Taqiyyah, lands of dissimulation, in which they practice Taqiyyah by obligation. They say in their books, to make Taqiyyah in Darul Taqiyyah is obligatory. Thus, when the Rāfiḍah are in a hostile abode, living among Sunni Muslims, then they are obligated to operate with Taqiyyah. They say this explicitly while referring to a Sunni Muslim nation state as a false nation state. Whoever believes in Allah and the last day, then let him not speak in a nation state of falsehood, the Dawlatul al-Batil, except with Taqiyyah. There are many other quotes which are omitted for the sake of brevity, but they show that Taqiyyah defines their relationship and interaction with Sunni Muslims, whether in act of worship, when they are forced to pray behind Al-Sunnah, or in a day-to-day interactions. All of these injunctions are stated clearly and explicitly in their books. Thus, like their brethren, the Jews, believe that all nations are false and there is only one true nation, and that when their Messiah comes, they will take over what is between the Nile and the Euphrates, inclusive of Makkah and Medina. Ainam, with their Messiah leading them in victory over all nations, which will be subdued. Then they, the Rāfiḍah, all of us, also believe that all nation states of Muslims are state of falsehood, hypocrisy, apostasy, and deception. And when the awaited Imams comes, he will lead them in victory and take back lands, including Makkah and Medina, and authority. In the meanwhile, However, they use Taqiyyah, dissimulation, lies, and hypocrisy in order to shield themselves and to advance their agendas. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah on Taqiyyah of the Rāfiḍah. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah said, the Rāfiḍah are the most ignorant of all the factions, the most lying of them, and the fathers of them from knowing transmission of revealed knowledge and having rational comprehension. They make dissimulation Taqiyyah to be from the foundations of the religion, and they lie upon Ahlul Bayt, which lies none can enumerate by Allah. The extent that they narrate about Jafar as that he said, Taqiyyah is my religion and the religion of my forefathers, and Taqiyyah is from the symbols of hypocrisy. In fact, for it is reality with them. It is that they will say with their tongues what is not in their hearts, and this is the reality of hypocrisy. He also said, as for the Rāfiḍah, then the foundation of the innovation arises from heresy, zanadika, aywa, and disbelief, ilhad, and deliberately lying is abundant among them. They corroborate that when they say our religion is Taqiyyah, which is that one of them says with his tongue, other than what is in his heart, and this is lying, kadib, and hypocrisy. In fact, yet alongside this, they claim that they are believers, inclusive those besides them from the people of the Qibla. They describe the first and foremost in faith with apostasy and hypocrisy, and they are, as has been said, she accused me with her own iniquity, and they slipped away. Yeah. Allahumma sallim. There is not among those who make a display of Islam closer to hypocrisy and apostasy than them. There is not among those who make a display of Islam closer to hypocrisy and apostasy than them, and they are not found apostates and hypocrisy in any function are greater than what is found among them. So from the greatest of their traits is deliberately lying and using dissimulation and deception, from fiction to reality. Daniel Haqiqatjou and seeking refuge in Taqiyyah. At the beginning of this article, we spoke about two factional characters, Daniel Aaron Shapiro and Benjamin Reza Haqiqatjou, and the activities. And here we want to move from fiction to reality because they help us to understand what has preceded a bit more clearly. This video a clip of exchange that took place in Hyde Park, London, UK, between Shamsi and Haqiqatjou, who is pro-Iranian, pro-Rāfiḍah, 12 apologists wearing the gown of Sunnism and the coat of anti-liberalism. The clip is a superb illustration of implementing Taqiyyah and getting caught up in real time and to reveal the wider reality of Haqiqatjou. Brother Shamsi Hafidhahullah reads out to Haqiqatjou his own words, which he has both written many times over and cited in his videos over and over, and which he knows full well are his own words, that so-called madkhalis are run by state intelligence agencies. Knowing that he will not be able to defend this under scrutiny, he then brings out the Taqiyyah, which is an essential part of the deen of his ancestors, by saying while pointing to the screen, this al meaning a false image generated by artificial intelligence software. I have refuted this. Where is the date on this? I called that out as a fake screenshot. Now Haqiqatjou knows full well these are his words, because nobody has pushed this idea so hard than himself through articles, videos, and vitriolic social media spot. Rather, he is the flag bearer in the West for this thunder. He knows full well that he is lying out of his back teeth when he makes the denial, operating upon a very hypocrisy, promoting the books of his ancestors when in danger do Taqiyyah. However, his actual tweet as yet undeleted is then pulled up live from his feed to show to him that these are his actual words, with the timestamp of his tweet and showing 26.8k views, in which he clearly stated that so-called madkhalis are run by state intelligence agencies. The image below shows the first paragraph of the tweet and the timestamp and the views. Daniel Haqiqatjou, and this is his Twitter. He says, because madkhalis are run by the state intelligence propaganda purposes, they are only concerned to reduce the entire religion of Islam to politics. This brief incident actually says and reveals a lot, and the moment it is exposed that a man is a calculated, deceitful, cunning liar, then his entire operation is exposed and all excuses fall the side. The bare bones reality in a nutshell. The reader should know and have something that all Haqiqatjou's online activities are against Sunni Islam and Islam and their leaders, whom we do not claim are infallible, are free of error, sin, or oppression, can be characterized by this one incident, which reveals his true character. What Haqiqatjou did in this incident actually underlines the sum of his online activities with anti-liberalism acting as a cover for his pro-Iranian, pro-Rāfiḍah geopolitics. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name of this guy, Haqiqatjou. Allah musta'an. The name is, reading it is hard, yeah. Namely, that is a deceitful, lying, confusing hater to the sinful paths that Iran and the Rāfiḍah 12 are not in possession and control of the Hijaz and the Haramain. He considers the Rāfiḍah idol worshippers and Taqiyyah to be far better than the Sunni Muslim, plus who calls hypocrite and apostate merely because in regional geopolitics they have a particular approach in dealing with the Palestinian issue, which one may agree or disagree with, but which actually runs counter to both Zionist and Rāfiḍah geopolitical agendas at one and the same time, which are increased militarism and conquest or around Sunni Muslim lands. This is opposed to the way of Iran and its proxies, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and Hamas as a pawn in their game, which is to incite conflict and war as part of the eschatology of fastening the rape of the Imam in hiding, so they can conquer the Hijaz, to control of Makkah and Medina and empty the graves of Abu Bakr and Umar radiallahu anhu. Conversely, he bends over backwards to shield the Rāfiḍah 12 from relatively having takfir made upon them as a group, or their clear doctrine of kufr and the practice of shirk. And this is the greatest of what opposes his Taqiyyah, his deception and his hypocrisy in this respect. One should note that when Haqiqatjou tries to claim that the Shiite clerics and leaders forbid casting of the companions of Aisha radiallahu anha and what is similar from their apparent doctrines of Kufr and Shirk, it is not because they have changed their views and become more obdurate over time, and thus the Rāfiḍah 12 are somehow other than what they used to be. Never. It is because they are implementing Taqiyyah, which is 9/10 of their religion, because they want to ward off foreign terrorism or self-truth. Thus, when Haqiqatjou, who is so mentally retarded that he thinks all Sunni Muslims are that gullible and stupid, tries to push these claims, then he is looked upon as a docile donkey, upon whose backside the whip of Sunni Salafi perspicacity is snapped and crackled, with the donkey being swiftly sent on its way. I note some comments. Number one, Haqiqatjou agenda is to galvanize people of various sects, groups, and functions against the people of Tawheed and Sunnah, and most of those who fell for his decision on a cover of refuting rebellism, Wahhabism, and legalism from among the Muslims do not know his reality and actual agenda, because they have sectarian difference with Salafis and their own grievance. Many of them have relied around him and supported his hostility without recognizing his reality, that he is a pro-Iranian, pro-Rāfiḍah apologist, and an agent provocator stirring up takfir kharijim in Sunni Muslim lands. They have been deceived and caught up in his game. This could be a punishment for them for following their desires and not being truthful. As one can really see, his supporters, defenders, and cheerleaders are the Kharijis and the Rāfiḍah, and a man is known through the quarters from which love and assistance are shown to him on grounds of doctrine. And but Haqiqatjou aims to remove the clear distinction between the deen of Islam and the deen of the Rāfiḍah idol worshippers by claiming that the difference between them are so minor and not warrant creating difference and implementation of Wala and Al-Bara, that they are both agreed upon Tawheed according to Haqiqatjou. See video. Its real aim is to spread shubuhat, misconceptions, make excuses for the Rāfiḍah, urging tolerance, unity, and compassion, while infusing takfir kharijism in Sunni Muslim lands and steering sedition. This blaring confusion and obfuscation then allows the Rāfiḍah, upon the trust they have gained due to Haqiqatjou's Taqiyyah, to call to their position of Shiism through Taqiyyah. Number 3, the Palestinian issue following 7 October 3 is a red hearing and is only useful to Haqiqatjou in that it allows the furtherance of his the Sunni pro-Iranian pro-Rāfiḍah apologetics, and because it's highly emotive issue through which the sentiments of large numbers of people can be easily captured. These people shed crocodile tears for our brothers and sisters in Palestine, knowing full well that what led to the destruction of Gaza, the killing of more than 20,000 men, women, children, and babies, and the displacement of 2 million, almost the entire population, was because Hamas, a pawn in the game and a strategic asset for both the Zionists and the Rāfiḍah, provided through its action of October 7 the pretext for the execution of genocide and ethnic cleansing upon them. And it is as it stands, due to the persistent exertion of the Houthis notice there is a perspective for a wider regional war, which is precisely what the international war hawks desire. Number 4, as explained in the previous article, it can only be Haqiqatjou's mental retardation that prevent him from realizing that the actual material cause of the killing of over 20,000 Palestinians and the ethnic cleansing of 2 million of them is the misguided action of the proxy and pawn in the game, Hamas, which is a tool and strategic asset for both the Rāfiḍah and the Zionists, and it's only severe mental retardation or candidate and a calculated lie that he ascribes and puts the blame for this upon the Gulf State for waiting to follow the path of stability and prosperity for the region and the cessation of all hostility. This will have killed the war-mongering spirit and the agenda of both the Zionists and the Rāfiḍah. At the same time, however, Haqiqatjou, blended in both vision and insight, considers this approach to be the actual material cause of the death and destruction. It is indeed, as Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah said, that the Rāfiḍah are forsaken, did not have some reason. Number 5, in short, there are too many lies, deception, fraudulent behavior, and dissimulation in the person of Daniel Haqiqatjou to consider him anything other than a plant and an agent propagator, serving the interests and the geopolitics of Iran and the Rāfiḍah followers, which converge with those of the Zionists. This alongside the fact that he also a rank ignoramus when it comes to Islam, its foundation, its methodologies, the affairs of Tawhid and Sunnah and so on, and so he wanders blindly relying upon his Aql and the Taqiyyah he inherited from his ancestors. Number 6, finally, one should not be deceived by the apparent conflict and enmity between the Zionists and the Rāfiḍah, as that is on the surface only. When it comes to the ground realities, they will both cooperate in directing their war efforts so as to have most impact upon Sunni Muslim lands and populations, whether immediately or in the long term, for their own geopolitical agendas and interests. Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah said of the Rāfiḍah, for it is indeed known from their loyalty to the Jews, Christians, and the polytheists, and their assistance in fighting against the Muslim, what is known by their allied and common folk, until it has been said, "Verily, a Jew and a Muslim do not fight, for no a Christian and a Muslim, no a polytheist and a Muslim, except that the Rāfiḍah will be with the Jew, Christian, and the polytheist." He also said, "Their aiding of the Jews is well-known affair, until the people treated them as the donkey